I lived in rehearsal. I said I grew up in the front row of an empty house on the left side watching rehearsals. Yeah, I did. Well, rehearsals, they do the thing over and over, or they do the scene, and I think I don't know, it's something I didn't even think about. I went to the rehearsal, and mainly they were group theater plays that Harold directed, that I saw, And then later I came to know other people, Arthur Miller and Tennessee, and other people in the theater. So Tennessee Williams was extraordinary, of course, really extraordinary. And he had this boyfriend, Frankie Merlo, who was divine. And Tennessee was something else. I think he had a very painful childhood, and his sister, I don't remember the whole story of Tennessee Williams, but Streetcar and that whole thing that came along, and that was just extraordinary. And then into all that came Kazan, who had been he'd been in the group theater, and he'd been a student of Harold's and everything, and he was, became this major director who then gave names. It was the Un-American Activities Committee, and everybody was brought up, and Gadge, whose name was Gadget, gave names. Yeah, that was a big deal. And I remember going to something in the theater, and he came out. It was some sort of getting a prize, and half the people sat on their hands not to applaud. He gave names because you could be a director on Broadway, but you could not direct movies at that time. The committee was such that Hollywood wouldn't have a Kazan directing a movie. And then later, of course, he did On the Waterfront, which, in fact, in the end, when they're sitting in the office, is an apologia for him and Bud Schulberg for having given that. Do you remember the movie? They're sitting in well, the whole movie is sort of an apologia for On the Waterfront, for what happened, yeah.